Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Kayla and welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be talking about the 2-week wait and possibly early pregnancy symptoms if I'm indeed pregnant. So let's go through it. I've felt all kinds of funny since ovulation day for these past almost 2 weeks. I'm patiently awaiting my period on October 3rd. And it is currently October 1st, I believe. But let me just go through my rundown really quickly. It's on my phone, so I'll be referring to that a few times in the video. So I'd say one of the very first symptoms I experienced was kind of like, almost like a piece of grass is on the outside of your calf. And you know, when you're walking around, you just kind of want to brush it off, and it's almost like that tingly, like something's on you, and just like smack it off like a bug. But nothing was ever there, so it's like a nerve thing. And so that was the very first thing I noticed. I kept thinking like, man, everything keeps getting on my legs, I can't get it off. I'm like smacking, trying to get things off my legs. I'm like, what is going on? So I think that's one of the symptoms I'm experiencing. And I may be just diving too deep into this, expecting and hoping and praying I'm pregnant, but I really, really feel pregnant. I feel so off and gross, and there's gotta be something. And then 2 days after ovulation, I was walking around Walmart and I could just feel like my uterus or fallopian tubes, whatever, what stage that is in, were just sore and almost like, not expanding, but like being used. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's almost like they're being stretched in a way, or things are moving around, and I don't know, it was like a change happened in my body almost instantly. Even before implantation. They say you don't have any symptoms before that, but I always do. I did last time and I do this time, I hope, if I'm pregnant. So we shall see. But yeah, so I was walking around Walmart and I was trying to get some groceries, something in and out, and I was like, man, I just absolutely feel pregnant. I just have no other way to describe it. Even if I had not been pregnant before, I would be feeling the same way. And I had taken a bad fall with my dog later that day, going down this really steep incline. I landed kind of on my butt and my knees, and I was like, oh my gosh, if I'm pregnant, that could have like knocked it off the inside of my uterus wall. Hopefully not. And so I'm like, alright, I should be fine. But yeah, I'm not concerned because it was not that bad of a fall. Another thing I noticed is after ovulation, typically my cervical mucus will, will be dry, until my period, or just about dry, and it was not, and that confused me. And also my sex drive was still really high after ovulation, which it's usually like halt until my period, or after my period, and so it's like, okay, that's funny, maybe I'm just imagining it. I've had some muscle cramps in my jaw when I was eating something sticky, and that's weird. I can still feel where it was a few days ago. My legs have been cramping at night. I notice I have less not acne, I've never had acne, but less breakouts here, usually before my period, and I don't have that. And on the flip side, I had one bump appear on my chin that I never get anything on my face ever in my whole life, teenage years, ever. I had an actual bump on my chin, and I was like, well, that's weird. That doesn't ever happen even before my period. So I was like, okay. My teeth hurt. That's another very common early pregnancy symptom for me. So my teeth have been hurting, around my gums and my actual teeth, my whole mouth. I almost can't eat. My appetite loss. I have completely lost my appetite almost immediately after ovulation. I'm not hungry for anything. Nothing sounds good. I'm just not hungry. I've been clumsier. I've been tripping a lot. I've been angry. I'm not really an angry person typically, but I've been my fuse is really short. I've been peeing a lot. Get up in the middle of the night 2 or 3 times to go pee. When do I ever have to do that? I have a weird taste in my mouth when I eat certain things, like Jolly Ranchers. Oh my goodness, it's almost like this strange flavor, and it permeates inside my body, and I can't get it out of my mouth. No matter if I brush my teeth, eat something else, sleep on it, like there's just a constant weird flavor in my mouth. And that happened around, I think like the day before what would be implantation if I'm pregnant. I've had some forgetfulness where I'll lose my train of thought and I can't remember where I was at. I almost feel like I have Alzheimer's. Okay, so I've been like choking in my sleep, which is a very strange symptom. That didn't happen to me last time. When I wake up in the morning, like right before I'm gonna wake up, and I'm like choking on like, it's almost like you drank wrong and like you're trying to choke, like cough it back up. But in my sleep it's happening, and then I wake up in real life and I'm choking. So it's like, okay, that's not cool. It always feels like, I guess I have more phlegm, like there's something stuck in my throat. That's been a symptom. It may be just the seasonal allergies changing here in the fall. I've been cold. I'm cold all the time. I'm not a cold person, especially with it being so hot outside and inside. But I'm like having to take warm baths, not hot, warm baths and warm showers all the time just to warm up, and I can't warm up with normal clothes and slippers, and I need more covers at night. I have been gassy in the sense of like burping constantly. I'm like constantly burping, constantly like have just weirdness and just a little bit of heartburn, which is very unusual. That showed up about, it was like right after ovulation. Oh, the candle I bought 2 days before ovulation, I went back 2 days after ovulation to get it, so 4 days later, and it smelled awful. Absolutely awful. And I was like, maybe I just grabbed a different candle. It was like the one at Walmart, and I was like, okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe it didn't smell good before and I just thought it did on a whim. So I couldn't buy it because it smelled awful. And I was like, that's so weird. It was the greatest smelling candle 4 days ago. Oh, something I noticed right away too, I have really bad body odor under my arms. And no matter if I just took a shower or I have been sweating, I haven't been sweating, and I'm irritated. Whether I'm using deodorant constantly, it's like, it's not my deodorant, it's not my soaps, it's not the lack of. I'm so frustrated because I always smell myself like I'm got bad body odor, and that's not me. I don't smell. Trust me. So I'm just so confused at that because that's just new. I had vivid dreams. Oh my goodness. Like these strangest dreams, nothing about pregnancy or anything like that or babies, but just the most vivid dreams where I'm angry at people, like so angry at my family members, and it's just over nothing. I think it's just repressed feelings. No, I'm just kidding. Noticed about a day after ovulation, my boobs were bigger, like swollen, and I just kept looking at them, like looking in the mirror, and I was like, what is happening? What is happening? And I was like, I haven't gained weight. I've actually lost like 5 pounds in the past like week because I'm just not hungry. So why are my boobs getting bigger if I'm especially not gaining weight? And my boobs never get bigger. I have very small boobs. So I noticed it right away, and I went to my husband and I said, are my boobs bigger? It's like, oh yeah. And I was like, no, for real. Like, is there something wrong? And he was like, well, I guess that they are. And I was like, okay, if I came to you and said they got smaller, would you agree? He goes, no. I said, okay, that's all I need to know. So, and they hurt a little bit. So that's sometimes when I get PMS, but not normally, the hurting boobs, but not the growing boobs. That didn't even happen last pregnancy. I've been dizzy. About a week after ovulation, I went to the gas station with my husband after work, and I almost couldn't go in because I felt so lightheaded and so dizzy. And I guess it's from either not eating since I'm not hungry or pregnancy, I don't know. I've been craving cheese and ice cream so bad, and that's exactly what I craved last pregnancy. Exactly. So something's going on. Like, all this is not coincidence. There's no way. I don't experience any of this on a normal cycle. And all I want is mac and cheese and to go get some Brewster's ice cream. That's all I want. That's all that I can eat. But then I was eating actual mac and cheese the other day, and I almost gagged. It was just it was like the consistency of it, like, I almost upchucked. It's like, that's weird. I don't have trouble with textures. I've had raging headaches that are like deep brain headaches, and I tried everything not to take any medicine in case I'm pregnant, but I think I broke down and took an Advil because I keep getting negative pregnancy tests even past 3 weeks in one day. But that doesn't rule out anything. I still can be pregnant. I might be just wishful thinking, but I have gotten multiple negative pregnancy tests, but hey, it's not over till you actually miss your period. So we shall see in a few days. I've had insomnia. I just can't sleep, and that happened last pregnancy. I went like a week with like not sleeping. That's what I'm experiencing, or what I experienced 2 weeks ago, or a week ago. I've been emotional. Cody says I have massive mood swings, and I don't think I do. What are you talking about? No, but that's something he noticed last pregnancy, and before we even, he's like, "Are you pregnant?" I was like, "No, why would you say that? That's rude." But this time he said, "You've got some mood swings." I was like, "No, I don't." So I don't know. I don't think I do, but he does. Knees have been hurting. Weird. My knees normally don't hurt. And yeah, and also I woke up, so it is August 2nd today. I woke up this morning and I looked in the mirror and my stomach looks like I've had 5 Thanksgiving meals, like overnight. And I did start spotting today, which is typical though for the day before my period. I usually spot the day or 2 before, so I'm thinking I'm not pregnant. But it could be implantation bleeding. It would just be a late implantation bleeding, which would explain the negative pregnancy tests. I don't know, I might be just reaching here. But, where is it going with that? But yeah, so my stomach was really, really big, like below my belly button. And I wasn't bloated, and I haven't been this whole time, and I'm not bloated before my period. I'm usually bloated on it. So I was like, that's really odd. And I'm looking at that this morning and just like, okay, my pants are tighter on the waist. My stomach looks pregnant. It didn't do that last time though. So I'm just all kinds of confused. So I'll test again tomorrow, the day of my missed period. And, you know, if it doesn't come, obviously I'll test the next day. But I'm feeling that I will get my period tomorrow, because I'm having the warning bleeding day where I spot before my period comes. But it could be implantation bleeding. Who knows? We shall see. So, to me, all that sounds like pregnancy, but it could just be my imagination. We shall see. Take another test tomorrow. You guys are tagging along. Bye.